Basic Concepts of Chemistry Part 4. In today's lecture, we'll be dealing with the laws of chemical combinations. It is one of the topic in chapter 1. So let's see. First is law of conservation of mass. It is very well known law which you all have already studied. It states that in a chemical reaction, the mass of reactants consumed and mass of product formed is same. That is, the mass is conserved. This law is same as law of conservation of mass, which we have done in our previous standards. It was put forth by Anton Lavoisier in 1789. Now, how did he came to know with these experiments? He did the experiment on combination reaction. He studied a physical and chemical property, and he concluded there is no change in mass when reactant is there and when product is there. Thus he proved that the mass remain constant as the energy remain constant. Second law is law of constant proportion or law of definite proportion. You can say any of it. What does this law states? It states that the proportion of element will always remains the same, or it can be stated in other manner that compound always carry the same proportion of element by weight. For example, if I take water, then the ratio or the proportion of the element by weight will always remain the same. For example, let us take a cupric carbonate. So it is one of the compound which is found in nature also, and synthetically also it can be produced. In nature also, percentage of carbon found was 51.35, percentage of carbon found was 9.74, and percentage of copper was 51.35. Percentage of oxygen found was 38.91. These was found in nature and in synthetic cupric carbonate both. So it does not depend on source that what amount of proportion it is whenever it is a specific compound over there. So it states that the compound always carry the same proportion of element by weight. This law was given by a French chemist, Joseph Proust. The third law is a law of multiple proportions. What does it states? It states that if two elements are combined to form more than one compound. Now just concentrate over here. Just two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, combined to form more than one compound. For example, water and hydrogen peroxide. Then the masses of these elements are in ratio of small whole number, right? It means the mass of element in water upon mass of same element in hydrogen peroxide, right? Or mass of oxygen in water upon mass of oxygen in hydrogen peroxide. It remains as a ratio of a very small whole number. It was given by Dalton in 1803. Now see over here, hydrogen has mass 2 over here, hydrogen and oxygen, that is H2O, so mass 2 we are writing. Normally it is 1 mass, but we are writing 2 over here. Here oxygen is 16, here oxygen is 32. So taking the ratio 16 upon 32 will give you the half. Again, if I take hydrogen, 2 by 2, that is 1 upon 1. If I take oxygen, the ratio is half. The next law is the Gibbs law of gaseous volume. It states that when the gases are produced or when they are combined in a chemical reaction, they do by a simple ratio of volume, given that the gases are at same temperature and pressure. So again here they give a condition that the gases should have a same temperature, same pressure, right? If they have same temperature and same pressure, and if they are combining, then they combine by a simple ratio of volume. It means what they are giving, they are giving that temperature and pressure should be same, then the ratio of volume, that is V1 and V2, should be constant. For example, let's take water. We are taking at same temperature, same pressure. Hydrogen we are taking 100 ml, oxygen 50 ml, and water is produced 100 ml. Now the ratio is 2:1 of hydrogen is to oxygen. It always remains the same. Is that done? These law is given by Gelseks in 1808. Next law is Avogadro law. What he told us, the equal volume of gases at the same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. It is the extension of the Gelseks law of gaseous volume. What Gelseks told, that if temperature and pressure is constant, then volume also remain the same. That is, the ratio of volume remain the same. What he told, that is what Avogadro told, that if temperature and pressure are equal and volume is also equal, then the number of atom will also remain equal. That is, number of molecules will also remain equal. It was given in 1811 by Avogadro. Now these were the laws, Avogadro law, Gelseks law, right? Now the last one is Dalton atomic theory. Dalton gave this atomic theory. He proposed that matter consists of indivisible atoms, that matter cannot be divisible, right? It is not divided. All the atom of similar element, for example, if there is two elements A and B, if these are same element, then it will have same atom. If A and B are different element, then they have different atom. Thirdly, what he told, that if you take any compound, then they mix by a fixed ratio. For example, water get mixed by 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, 2:1. Even the weight ratio is also fixed, as we have already learned. And the fourth point is chemical reaction involved recognition of atom. They are neither created nor destroyed in chemical reaction. Here they just do reorganization. It means bond formation and bond breakdown and bond joining is occurring over here. The atom is not created, they are not destroyed. It is just one thing, that here if one atom is there, if another atom is there, if they both combine and form a molecule C, right, then it is just that these both atoms combined and form one bond. So there is no addition and nor a subtraction or removal of it. They are just breaking the bond or forming the bond. So this is about the laws of chemical combination. Thank you for watching.